Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as usual, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. For any business inquiries, if you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a free will offering to us. Whatever it is, $1, $2, whatever it is, that's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And you can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of products from men's, kids, ladies' clothes, jewelry, house products, 20,000, yes, 20,000 different products. So that is evolutionoflondon.com. Also check us out, evolutionoflondon.org. O-R-G. That's for custom clothes, accessories, digital products as well, from ebooks for personal as well as business use. Evolutionoflondon.org. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E, for DVDs, games, and more clothes. Evolutionoflondon.store. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com. You can support us that way. We have a Patreon channel, which we have videos, digital artwork, and we do consulting services as well. So that's www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. And we on Rumble, rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19 on that platform and like, subscribe, and share to rumble.com, the Oracle 19. Definitely, we have a lot of different platforms, so it's many different ways to find us. www.theoracle19radio.com. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 12-ounce jars, 100% soy wax from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, vanilla, just to name a few. So that's royalty9international@gmail.com if you want to place an order. And you can find them on social media, that's Instagram as well as TikTok, Royalty 9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. If you want a consultation and set up for consulting services regarding health and nutrition, he's very good at it. And you can also support his merchandise, www.wjaaccessories.com, for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his platform on YouTube, you will see his other social media sites. So like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continuing to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. As we expand it worldwide, 70 countries. Round off, I think 69 or 70, but yeah, it's a lot. I have a listing right here. I'll share with you in a few minutes. So the Greatness 19 channel, if you scroll down the page, you will see Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. So subscribe to that, like, subscribe, and share to Mr. Evolution of London. Again, our health and wellness channel. Pass the information worldwide to family, friends, and foe about both channels. Definitely will appreciate that. DJ Panthro, he's an international DJ. So if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519 at gmail.com. Again, that's DJ Panthro, Panthro 519 at gmail.com. And support his merchandise. If you go to his YouTube channel or social media platform, especially Instagram and TikTok, DJ Panthro 519, as well as The Real DJ Panthro, The Real DJ Panthro, you will see his links to his new website that he have merchandise on. So it's important. Check him on TikTok and Instagram. You'll see the link on his new website, which in the next couple weeks I will be able to lead you on and get that more information about it. I did check it out, a lot of great stuff there. So support him that way. And you find him on YouTube, DJ Panthro 519. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for podcasters, Amazon Music, just to name a few. Any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Both of those are on YouTube. Rumble.com, just type in the Oracle 19. You'll find information there in the description box. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. All right, well, as usual, we got the business aspect of things out the way. And today I'm going to talk about people cannot handle the truth. That's an old phrase that's been around for a long time, but it does hold true. People cannot handle the truth. And before I even get to that, I did promise you, yes, about the different countries that is supporting us by listening to our podcast here. USA, of course, Canada, UK, Germany, India, Egypt, Australia, Japan, Sweden, New Zealand, Netherlands, South Africa, Spain, France, Philippines, Ireland, Jamaica, Italy, Nigeria, Mexico, Norway, Finland, Switzerland, Denmark, Namibia, Singapore, Ghana, Kenya, Romania, Hungary, Brazil, Iran, Ukraine, Haiti, Sri Lanka, Poland, Bahamas, Colombia, Bolivia, Hong Kong, Morocco, United Arab Emirates, Bangladesh, Denmark, I think now it's called the Netherlands, Saudi Arabia, Thailand, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, DR, Dominican Republic, Trinidad and Tobago, Malaysia, Tanzania, Guyana, Antigua, Barbados, Portugal, Taiwan, Israel, Costa Rica, Russia, Peru, Chile, Pakistan, Indonesia, Guatemala, Ecuador, Argentina, Honduras. Thank you. You must love the controversy. People cannot handle the truth. And that is something that holds a lot of truth. People cannot handle the truth. I had topics like my last show, well, the show before this one here, 2 shows before this one. Men and women, we have to be true to thyself. And I always said that. You have to look in the mirror and be true to thyself. Know who you are, know what your purpose in life, and know the degenerate behavior and dysfunctional nature that you might have. We all have it. We all have defects. None of us is perfect. We all know that. You heard that saying all the time. But a lot of times people, because their nature, they not in order, and they just don't want to admit to themselves about their degenerate behavior. Now, what do I mean? You have a lot of weak men out here. Men that really is, they never had guidance. These men, a lot of men, I would say 97%, 98% of men around this world, but especially in North America, in Canada and the US, Canada, are very weak minded, especially in North America. I focus on that because, I have an understanding and I see the lifestyle. And I talk about this on other shows. So this is not like brand new to my continued listeners, but I always have a little extra or something new to talk about. I try to on each show, but let's continue. Men out here, and I'm always going to say this. They lack leadership skills. And that's very, very bad. This is why a lot of women do not respect men. And I said this over and over and over again. This is why a lot of women do not, majority of women do not respect men. You got to stand on what you believe, right, wrong, up and down. People cannot handle the truth. And by you standing on your square as a man, you're not going to have a lot of friends, men. And ladies too. This is applicable to you as well. I know I made, a lot of comments, even the previous shows, and listen to it. And I get comments, Mr. Greatness, that's a little, you didn't have to say it that way. It's a little bit too much. Men, if you talking about, let's say if it's a woman that is in your circle, family, friends, or foe, and she's a whore, and it's conversation that about her being a whore. No, it just happened to, you talk about, she's a whore. This is what it is. What, you're not allowed to call her a whore? She's a hoe. Oh, Mr. Greatness, yeah, but that, or you just say, let's say women. There's women, there's females. I always, separate that. I try to. And if I say modern day females are, most of them, 98% of them are whores, and you have a problem with me saying that, You don't want me, you don't like that. It don't have to be that way. Well, what other way should I describe it? Why I cannot express myself? What, that's not true? Look at your mind. We're not talking about women out here, bona fide women that know how to carry themselves, the 2% of them. We talk about bona fide whores, females. It's wrong to say that. It's mean. Your feelings is hurt, and a lot of men feelings is hurt. They hurt when I say that more than the females. That's the ironic thing. You have these wannabe hotep men that just say, the woman is God under all circumstances. No, she's not. She fell from grace. She's not that no more. She is what she is. I talk to these women on a daily basis. They want to be whores. They don't want to be women. They don't want to have morals and standards. These women that I talk to in my everyday life, just in conversation, they dress like whores. They show every crack of their behind, every camel toe. They show every nipple, every angle. They put cakes of makeup and show and pierce everywhere, tattoo everywhere. They don't care. Men, and you got to learn to handle that truth. They are who they are. You cannot take that away from them. Don't even bother trying to take that away from them. That's what they want. That's what they want to be. They want to be that. They desire to be that. And y'all men out here just be caping and want to put on your Superman cape for them. They don't care about you. They don't like you. They don't respect you. Can you handle that, men? Males? Because then there's men and there's males. Can you handle that? See, a lot of times you got to handle what it is in society. You got to take it for face value. This is the reality. This is your new reality. Your current reality. People are who they are. And these women out here are bona fide hoes, and they don't care. They don't like you. They don't respect you. And it doesn't matter if you give them whatever money you do for them. They're not going to respect you. I talk to women. I'm out here in the streets. I'm not social media all day, every day, where I'm not interacting with women, modern day females. I'm interacting with these modern day females, old and young, every day. And they are who they are. They telling you straight to your face. And a lot of you weak men, you still want to say she is God. Regardless, you want to defend her. If she's out here in the streets 3 o'clock in the morning, coming from a club, sloppy drunk, she gets in a man's face and talks reckless, and then she gets knocked out, punched in the mouth or whatever, and you want to put on your Superman cape to defend that trash? No, if I see a modern day slut out here, and I feel she's a modern day slut, I put it that way, out here 3 o'clock in the morning, sloppy drunk, being belligerent, running around in men's faces, talking trash, and then she meet up with the right dude and get popped in the mouth. I am not putting on my Superman cape for that whore. I put on a cape for real women, but I'm not putting on my cape for a whore. She is on her own. And that's 98% of these modern day females. They are on their own. And you say, well, what if your mama what if it was your mama? Well, I'ma tell you, I'ma double down. If my mama was a whore, in my opinion, if she was a downright stinking whore and she carried herself like a whore, then I would let her be like a whore. She gets slapped down by men, then it is on her. Yes, I said it, on sight. I am not caping for my mama, not caping for my mammy, my grandmammy, my great grandmammy, my sisters, or any other female cousin, or anybody that act like a stupid whore. And you a disgrace to yourself and your family, and you carrying yourself not like a real woman, you carrying yourself like a savage. I am gonna let you be that savage and let the streets ravish you because you have no regard of yourself. Can you handle the truth, males? Can you handle the truth? This is your truth. And more men gotta get it in their brain because women, you have valid points. A lot of you men are stupid. Majority of your men are stupid because these women tell you who they are. We all been through the sands of life. I'm not saying I'm perfect neither. I allow dumb crap in my life, disrespectful women in my life, sluts and stuff like that. I'm telling you through personal experience, but I grew up, I got wiser, and I said I got my ish together mentally. I said this is not the business. And you young men don't fall in that traps like we older dumb men have done, allowing disrespect. Can you handle the truth? See, this is truth time. You gotta be truthful to thyself first in order to have that mental freedom. And I talk about this indirectly, directly on many shows because again, there's over 430 shows. I mean, and counting. By the time you listen to this, it could be 500, 600, 800 shows, 1,000 shows. Who knows? But the point I'm making to you, you got to learn to handle that truth, men, especially you weak men. Real men, you on game. You striving. You understand. So this is not pertaining to you. This is pertaining to you weak men that really need to know the truth about these women. This is how you will be mentally free and you'll be much stronger to handle life. People are who they are. And this is women, this also dealing with you. You got a lot of men that you made poor decisions because you didn't want to be alone and you jumping from man to man. Look, you got to know, you got to check yourself, your mental. Ladies, sometimes you just need to fall back on relationships. We all do, men included. But women, sometimes you dealing with these no good men. Look, we in this day and time, ladies, you have no good men out here in these streets. And because they haven't been raised right. And you putting yourself in danger dealing with these men. Sometimes you have to do an inner reflection. Look at yourself. Deal with yourself. Sometimes you gotta fall back. We all gotta fall back with maybe not being in relationships. Maybe it be a year, 2 years, 5 years, who knows? But sometimes you gotta just fall back and be the best version of yourself. How? Read. Read books that will be productive for your mental. Circle around people, ladies. I'm talking to you, but I can say this to men too. But I'm focusing on you, ladies, on this. Focus. Be in circles in the organizations where there's positive people, productive men out here, men that you can learn from, that you can respect. Because if you cannot respect a man that is around you, it's going to go nowhere anyway in terms of relationship. As anyway, it's not going to make any sense. You're just going to go in a circle and you're just dealing with him because physical gratification. But that wears out, and eventually you lose your respect factor for that man. Is you losing it more and more of respect. So in a reflection, ladies, sometimes you got to fall back and stop dealing with these knuckleheads. Because you're going you like a hamster, just running same wheel over and over, round and round and round. You got to learn to handle the truth. That is the truth. And here's the thing. For people, men and women, what is your purpose in life? Have you ever thought about that? I mentioned that quite a few times on different shows. What is your purpose in life? This is how you'll be able to handle the truth. What do you need to do to improve thyself? Improve yourself. What do you need to do? You have to figure out, you know your flaws. This is why you're dealing with the same people over and over again, men and women, because you haven't changed your mental. Let's say, for example, if you out here selling drugs, men or women, but let's say men, you selling drugs. Now the women that you meet is a whole bunch of cokeheads, crackheads, baby mamas with multiple, baby daddies. I'm using this as an example. Men that is, let's say, selling drugs. And you wonder why you can't find a good, wholesome woman. Because maybe you selling crack. Have you thought about that? Maybe you selling coke, that coca. Have you thought about that? I know a lot of people wouldn't want to hear that. And it will get in their feelings. Again, I'm the soul toucher. I'm not directing this to anybody. I'm just spitting from the mind. And yeah, it's touching your soul because this might be applicable to you. But I mean, can you handle the truth? This is why you meet in a certain type of individuals, because you on a low frequency, you're on a low level. Your mindset you haven't upgraded your mind, you haven't upgraded your life, so you surrounded by these type of men and women. This is just what it is. This is life. Don't get mad at what I'm saying to you. This is life. You reflect on your own life. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just the messenger. And this is, a lot of people cannot handle the truth of who they are and why they still surrounded by a certain caliber of people. It's all about growth. I'm not perfect. I still fall from grace on a daily basis, but I pick myself up and try to be the best version of myself, especially now as I'm getting older. I use myself as an example. Man, if I really wanted to, I could be going back to savage mode. I can sleep with a lot of what I call low hanging fruit of women. And what do I mean by that? I could sleep with a whole bunch of trash, trailer trash, just trash women, sluts, if I wanted to. Young sluts, old sluts, middle-aged sluts, single mom sluts. If I really dumb myself down, and let's say, for example, I didn't even have this podcast. I'm just a regular guy out here and just keep my mouth shut. I could have ran through a lot of these sluts out here if I really wanted to. But for me, it's about quality. So I really block myself. nowadays. Because and I'm using this as an example, me, I had to learn to handle truth. The day I put myself out there on social media talking like how I'm talking, I already knew I would eliminate 98% of women will not be feeling me one bit. And maybe 50% of males won't be feeling what I'm saying one bit. I knew that right off the rip. And then as I started talking about different controversial stuff, edgy stuff, or whatever you want to name it, yes, to this day, family, friends, and foe, there's women that will blow right by me, act like they don't know me, and they have perfect hate for your boy here because I made that stand because this was in my heart and I knew it and I stand on it and I knew these and I I got a lot of women. They're not going to deal with me, and they don't deal with me. And if they thought maybe if they was interested in me to sleep with me, the podcast killed it. That killed it. Because right now they look at me like I'm a total a-hole. You know, I one time I was in a dollar store just to show you, and I was looking to get some little items, right? And it was a lady that I haven't seen in ages. And I recognized her. I think I talked about her on the previous show, but I say this again. And I just like, hey, how you doing? You know, I haven't seen her maybe since COVID. And I was like, cool, she was, cool, person. I walked up and, hey, how you doing? I wasn't sure if it was her, but it was. I recognized her because certain features, and I just say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And she like, "Do I know you?" I was like, "I sound like Scooby Doo." Now, anybody know the cartoon character Scooby Doo? If you don't, just Google Scooby Doo, and I sound like Scooby Doo. I like, me? You don't know me? Scooby Doo? I mean, I was like flabbergasted. I was like, really? And she like, I don't know you. And she looked at me dead in my face and cold. And then when I walked away, I was like, all right, no problem. Of course, I'm not going to be like, it's me. It's me. It's me. Now, I'm not even going to go there with her because I know long time ago, I gave her the podcast information. I know people quietly listen to me. And then all of a sudden they go dark and they don't bother saying anything to me or don't call me or no call, no show. And that's fine. That's the truth. I have to be able to handle that because the things that I say apply to them. And they don't want to, they don't want no parts of me, and that is cool. It's not a problem. I'm not going to be running up on them again. If I seen her in the street, I will make sure I keep it pushing, keep my head straight, and she is guaranteed that, I won't say anything ever again unless she speak to me. And even if she speak to me, it's like, oh yeah, hey, what's going on? Because again, she already showed me. And this is what it is. You're going to have that. That's part of life. When you, as a man, you make certain decisions in your life as a leader, you're going to get people that's not going to like you and don't want no parts of you. And that is okay. There's another chick that, used to be all super friendly with me. And then she got dark on me when I mean dark, I'm saying just not saying anything to me. All of a sudden, she act like she don't see me, don't know me. And like I said, it is okay because that's part of life. At this stage of my life, I'm not sweating people. And that's the same thing with men. Men out here, they all of a sudden they used to be cool with me, but they really low key don't like me. But being that they see me on a regular basis, it's like, oh, well, I gotta say hi to him. You really don't. You don't have to say hi, but I know you want to be professional, and that's fine. I could be professional with you. And with men is a little different because we can kill each other, and we can. Where women, we will hold back. But if it's a level of disrespect with men, it could turn to a murder, death, kill. So I get that dynamics. But you know what? With you got men that don't like me, don't like what I'm about, don't like what I'm saying, or don't like my viewpoints of life, and they really don't feel me whatsoever. And that's okay as well. Because I say this to the men out here. We as men, at the end of the day, I have my home, you have your home, whether it's business related or job related or whatever the case. When we go back to our neighborhood, our home, our little rat hole, as I call home, we don't have to pick up the phone. We don't have to call each other. We don't have to associate with each other. And that's a good thing. So, I look at it. Look, as I get older, I just keep things in perspective and simplify life. You have your life, I got my life. That's how it is. We don't have to really say much if it's work related. We say what we say, hey, how you doing? Or whatever we got to do to get the job done, whatever the case. But at the end of the day, you going home to your place, I go home to my place, and that's it. And it's simple as that. We have to learn to handle the truth about our realities. And that leads on to the job. Because in the job is a cesspool of haters and cesspool of degenerates that really we in different backgrounds, different races, and we got to work for a common goal to get the job done, to put in our work. But when you really look at that reality, these people don't like you. And I'm personally, the way I look at it, and I'm speaking jobs in the past or even present, you don't like me, I don't really like you, nor do I care. I'm there to do a job, get things done, and then you going back to your place, I go back to my place. And this is how we should simplify our lives. Because in reality, the truth is people don't like you. And they don't like you for whatever reason, men or women. They don't like you because you are outspoken person. People can't take advantage of you, or you very edgy. Like I say myself, being edgy, usually at different jobs. I never been at a job too much a long time anyway. Like a lot of people be at jobs like 15, 20 years or whatever. I've been lucky. I had a few jobs in my life that I had 3 years, 4 years tops, and that was few. Most jobs, I'm gone in a year at best, 2 years at best, but really a year, because I would say about a year or two at best. Because people, I come in there, my aura, my aura is, I always carry this, and people picked it up. I don't give a damn. Just there to do a job. I'm not kissing your behind. The same, like, if even you could be my supervisor, a manager, you could be the CEO of the company. I'm gonna still talk to you, and it's with respect though, but I'm gonna talk to you like a man. Like, for example, I'm not gonna, if I have an issue with you, I'm not gonna hold back my tongue and just say, "Oh, I ain't gonna say anything because he's my boss, a supervisor, manager, or he's a owner of the company." If I have an issue with you, whether you're the owner or not, we're gonna talk. Because you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. You're a human being like me. Like certain people won't say nothing, they will just take it because they don't want to be offensive, and they are not offensive, but they just, if they figure, oh, that's my boss, I can't say anything, just because he has a title. With me, you can have 100 titles, 100 degrees, don't matter. Degrees meaning college degrees. It doesn't matter. I'm still talking to you as a human being. If I have a issue with you, I must ask you, John. I need to talk to you. We need to sit down. I got a problem with you, and that's how it starts. And then now I'm gonna be respectful. We're not cursing in anything because I know how to talk. I'm not a caveman, but I'm gonna get my point across. Good, bad, up and down. And if it gets heated, it gets heated. That's how I look at it. Now, having that type of nature, you have to have multiple streams of income because a lot of people is not going to handle that. Here's another thing. I'll give you another clear example. And certain people know me know I get down like this. I could be working for a company, and let's say I have no sick days or no vacation days left. But let's say, for example, if I wanted to go away for a week, if I really wanted to, I'm going away for a week. I got no sick days left, no vacation days. By company law, I'm not supposed to, but I'm taking my days because it's me. I got to go somewhere, I'm doing it. People will say, well, the job, they need you. No, I need me. I talk to you when I'm back. Have I done that before? Plenty of times, different jobs. My closest friends, they know I get down like that. Even my associates, they know I get down like that. I don't let things stop me or restrict me when it comes to human beings. If I feel I need to do something, I'm going to do it. Can you handle that truth? So a lot of people don't like me because of that way, and it's okay. I'm truthful with thyself. I'm not going to be restricted by a human being, regardless. Now I know my limitations. I'm not a fool, but I'm not. If it comes to me, and I gotta do what I have to do, then I'm going to do what I have to do. That's just me. I'm not saying you should be like me. This is just me. I'm gonna do what I have to do, and I have to say what I want to say if I feel it warrants that. And this is why I'm not like that. Say if it was in terms of companies, because I'm just that type of person. I'm respectful. I do the job, but I'm not gonna kiss your behind and I ain't gonna go crazy. I'm gonna do what I have to do. And you have people that's company people, they go over the top, beyond. They say, this is my bread and butter. Well, this could be my bread and butter too, but I ain't gonna, hey, I got other stuff I'm doing. That's not my only income, but that might be my bread and butter, but you wouldn't know it. I'm just using this as an example. I just roll a certain way, and only a few men and women know exactly what I'm talking about. So you got to be true to thyself. And a lot of men and women, when you have a certain nature about you, you're going to know the majority is not going to, people is going to not like you, and you're going to be a loner, and that's all right. I'd rather have a strong 2 people in my life than a weak 100 people in my life. People might like judge this in numbers and, oh, they got a lot of people, a lot of hundreds of people, friends or associates. I don't look at it as such. I don't look at it as such. I don't need 100 people, 100 fake people. 2 strong people, I'm good. I look at life differently from the average person. So can you handle the truth? Most people can't. They cannot handle the truth about themselves and how they should be. This is the job. And even your family, because they cannot access you, you don't maybe give them money or use you per se, then they don't like you. You can't, that's the worst. You got to handle the truth. You got to know the truth about your family. Sometimes your family is not good for you. They negative. And you got to get away from them. This is the hardcore reality. And sometimes family members will try to treat you like you are a son or a daughter to them. Or you still that young man or young girl they knew. You're a different person now. I make it known to family to this day. I'm not the young guy that you know back in the days. And I established myself. This is how I'm rolling. Because sometimes your family could tell you what you need to do and what you should do and be disrespectful. And I quickly tell them, you could be an aunt of mine or uncle of mine or my mama or my daddy. R.I.P. to my father, of course. But I still tell you the same. This is my life. This is my situation. You got your situation. I got my situation. Fall back. And depending on what they will say is depends how aggressive I will get. But the beautiful thing is about this podcast, it's more therapeutic for me as well. When people listen to all my shows, you know where I stand in life. So, or any new people, you will basically, I use that word, basically know where I stand in life. So there's no reason to not have an understanding of me. And that's even family as well. If you want to really know how I am now, you listen to the shows and you will absolutely know where I stand basically. I say basically because there's always little nuances of knowledge. But I said basically. You can sum it up. And it's 430 shows and counting. And in the future, probably double or triple. So you definitely will know. So you'll either want to be closer or you fall back and don't want to be bothered. And quite a few family members just don't bother. But you know what? That is great. You got to learn to handle the truth, people, because therefore it's no BS. There's no misunderstanding. Your viewpoints is your viewpoints, my viewpoints and my viewpoints. So it's no misunderstandings of life. So you don't have to try to figure me out. If you're not in agreement with me, then we don't have anything to say. This is part of life. Looking in the mirror and knowing who you are. And being the person you need to be, that will eliminate a lot of BS. Most people cannot handle the truth because they don't want to inner reflect on themselves because they will find a lot of degenerate things that they don't want to admit to. That's men and women. They just don't want to admit. This is why the world is so messed up in this day and time. because people don't want to be truthful with thyself. They want to go throughout this fantasy of life, believing story tales and fables, and still go on thinking is things is okay, and just live, go along to be along type of mentality. It's just flow. They don't really want to do any into reflections. They don't want to rock the boat. I like rocking the boat. I like stirring the pot because then I get to see who my peoples really are. I'm gonna put you through the gauntlet. And now, like again, social media, I love it. Cause when I'm not on social media doing, dancing and singing and stuff. I probably get 1 million views if I run around and act like a clown. But I like to give a perspective of life, educate, give people a perspective that not bold enough to talk about certain things. And here's the kicker. If you want to really eliminate, you feel negative people in your life, but you don't know how to say it or what to say, just send this show or pick a show that you see or have seen on my listing, the podcast, and send it to your haters and send it to family, friends, and foe that you feel is shaky in your life. They either will not listen to it and make a comment or listen to it and make a comment. And they will tell you everything you need to know, either or. And I would tell you, you need to wean yourself away from them. You need to wean yourself away from them because they're not going to help you. People cannot handle the truth. Truth is truth. So just remember, we in a negative world out here, and it's not going to get any easier. So with that being said, what you going to do? How you going to be truthful with yourself? How you going to handle people from this point on? What you going to do? What conscious efforts are you going to make from this point forward to be able to handle the truth about you and others? What say you? Thank you for listening.